Yeah, guys, that's some unfortunate news outside of the wrestling program. But we have better news in sports. Spring volleyball is back as they were back in action at Carver Hawkeye Arena on Friday night when they took on in-state rival Iowa State in a best-of-5 match. The Hawks got off to a strong start in Game 1, building up a quick 5-1 lead. But the Cyclones' powerful offense was able to quickly get back in it, tying up the game 6-6. After that, it was a consistent back-and-forth match, but Iowa State would fight their way to take the lead, taking the Game 1 25-19. The second set saw much of the same back-and-forth action, but the Clones' hitting would once again put them on top after being all tied up 21-21. Iowa State would take over and close out on Game 2 in consecutive kills, taking the game 25-23. It was a different story in the third set as the Hawks would not go away easy. After getting out to a 10-7 lead, Iowa would break it wide open with the help of Megan Bazzario's strong serving that the Cyclone defense could not handle. Iowa took the third set 25-17, but that's the only set the Hawks would take. However, Iowa State found a way to come out on top. They took the fourth set and won the match 3-1. And here is what Iowa's head coach Von Szymanski had to say following the game.
Our group's growing, they're doing a great job, and we have so few bodies that it's really a time for them to expand what their role is, expand their individual capabilities, but most importantly work together and expand who they are as a team.
The Hawks will have another in-state rivalry match this Saturday when they take on UNI at Carver. And we are just 2 weeks out from the NFL draft, so DITV Sports has a new series called Beyond the Swarm, hosted by our very own Mary Kate Harrion, and it premieres today and will air every morning leading up to the draft. Each episode, we will sit down with a former Hawkeye to talk about their time at Iowa and what is next for their futures. Beyond the Swarm Episode 1 sits down with former Iowa linebacker Beau Bowers. Take a look.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for sitting down with us. I'm with former Iowa linebacker Beau Bowers. So we're going to start off kind of from the beginning, talk about your college recruiting process a little bit. You were a walk-on, but you had a couple offers. So just talk about that whole time that you were trying to decide where to go.
Yeah, so basically, like you said, I had a scholarship offer at the University of Northern Iowa, and I committed there right away. Didn't really have any looks from any other places, didn't really care too much. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of knew I wanted to go there off the bat because, I mean, Iowa wasn't really talking to me or anything. Yeah. And then they started giving me some looks and talking to me and calling me, and in the end, they really pressured me to come here and walk on, and I decided to, being an Eastern Iowa guy living here in Iowa City, West Branch area my whole life, and it was just kind of a no-brainer at that time. All
this training for Pro Day that you guys had on Monday, just talk about, you stayed here and trained, am I correct? And then, so just talk about that whole process, training with Coach Doyle. Everyone preaches about Coach Doyle, so talk about that process.
Yeah, I mean, the process was a long one. It was a long training phase, and finally get a little time off now, which is really nice. But it was well worth it. Doyle's the best in the business, and he does things that a lot of coaches don't, and you don't even have to really guess about it. You can look at the stats and look at the facts and look at the numbers and the times, and they're all really good for almost everybody on the team, or the people that train here too. And so it's just one of those deals where you come into work every day and he gives you, he guides you and trains you hard, and you show up in Pro Day and do your best. And he does, physical aspect and the mental aspect of, coming in here and just getting ready for all the scouts to be in here and coaches and stuff, and it was really cool. So I enjoyed it.
Pro Day. Yep. Talk about just how you did, and then being back here in Iowa, obviously not in Kinnick, but still with your guys one last time. Yeah,
I mean, we got about a month left now, like all the seniors and stuff, and or the people that are training here for the NFL. And Pro Day was good. I did well. You always look back and think you can do better, right? Because you know what times you're shooting for, and sometimes you fall short, but it was good. I think everybody would say that they did decently well. And then, just one more month left with the boys, and we're just going to take it one step at a time, and then hopefully we won't be here in May.
And then I know it's very far off for you, but life after football, it's crazy to probably think about that, but do you have any plans or anything that you would like to do after life after football?
I have no idea. I have ideas, I guess you could say, but that's always kind of in the back of your mind too, and it's kind of a scary thought because all you've been doing is football your whole life. I mean, you have all the seniors, they have their degrees and everything, and you know, I think we have an idea of what we want to do. It's just crazy to think about not doing it with football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, life after, I'm just going to get a big boy job and go on from there, I guess, if it doesn't work out.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us. Congratulations on everything that you've accomplished here at Iowa, and good luck with everything in the future.
You can find the full version of episode 1 of Beyond the Swarm with Beau Bowers on our Daily Iowan YouTube page. Come back tomorrow for episodes 2 and 3 of Beyond the Swarm, where we sit down with former Iowa wide receiver Matt Vandenberg and former Iowa running backs James Butler. And we'll also hear from Brian Ferentz and Phil Parker on how Iowa football is preparing for their spring game on Friday. Guys at the desk, back to you.